851-1230.
About 50 survivors of the attack on Pearl Harbor gathered at the USS Arizona Memorial in Hawaii today to pay tribute to their lost comrades. A crowd of 2,500 observed a moment of silence at 7:55 a.m. the minute Japan began bombing the U.S. fleet 72 years ago. A World War II-era airplane flew overhead. This year, budget cuts kept the Hawaii Air National Guard from performing a fighter jet flyover. An eclectic group of nominees for Music's top award. ABC's Jason Nathanson tells us who's gotten a nod for a Grammy.
Macklemore and Ryan Lewis scored a bunch of nominations along with the big one, Album of the Year.
You know, it feels very, very, very surreal.
They're up against Daft Punk, Taylor Swift, Kendrick Lamar, and Sarah Bareilles. Her nomination definitely a surprise. Jay-Z tops the nominations with 9. Macklemore, Justin Timberlake, Pharrell Williams, and Kendrick Lamar are all tied with 7. The Grammys will be given out January 26th. Jason Nathanson, ABC News, Los Angeles.
A Colorado judge says a baker who refused to make a wedding cake for a same-sex ceremony must serve gay couples despite his religious beliefs. Masterpiece Cake Shop, which is located in suburban Denver, will face fines if it continues the same policy to turn away gay couples who want to buy cakes for their wedding celebrations. This is ABC News.
Trying to sell your old car? Instead, donate your vehicle to Heritage for the Blind. Pickup is free and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-953-4036. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats, whether they run or not. Call right now and receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to over 50 locations. Call 1-800-953-4036. Donate your car today. That's 1-800-953-4036.
Daria Albinger, ABC News.
Opportunities are red hot in the Houston economy. Ask yourself, am I positioned to prosper from the financial boom happening right now? Whether you work from a 1099 or a W-2, each week, Jonyprofit with the Executive Entrepreneur will help you leverage your talent, experience, and connections. Act now. Business-minded people just like you deserve a piece of prosperity from the world's energy capital. Phone lines are open. Dial 713-622-6397. Follow us on your social media platform of choice at EEHOUR or email your questions and comments to online@eehour.com. Now here's your host, Jonyprofit.
All right, welcome back to the Executive Entrepreneur Hour with Jonyprofit. In studio today, I have special guests that I'm not going to tell you about until, I make a couple announcements. But you got to stick around for these guests because they're really exciting. Anyway, I had a wonderful week as always. I was out. It was busy. There was a lot going on. So I want to give special kudos and howdy doodies to Sandra Louvier over at HCC for dragging me into yet another speaking engagement. So Sandra, thank you very much. You did an excellent job. Maya as well, thank you. It's good seeing Zach and everybody over there. If you didn't get a chance to hang out with us, we had a small business forum that went on at the Houston Community College up the Southwest Loop. And I must admit, it was an incredible crowd. Also, Tony Harris was there, so I gave her, she actually started tweeting and giving me shouts out. But anyway, thanks a lot, Sandra. Also, Eric Goody, thanks a lot over at the Urban League. We're going to make big things happen. So big howdy doody to, let's see, who's next on the list. We have Lawrence Pope. I met Lawrence at the event. We sat down, we had a little conversation before we got started. And as I mentioned with the gentleman last week, it was a moving and touching moment for me because, again, he inspired me to do or continue to do great things. Deaver, thanks again for your support. Got Coach Steph in the studio, Michelle Price. Daniel Cohen's over here just clicking away trying to get into the Ustream account because I forget it every time. I think that comes with age. I really think it comes with age, but I don't want to write it down because of all the bad people out there. Jesse's over here working it. Hey, Shay's in the studio. And, of course, Joel is on the Wheels of Steel making this happen. So also, I had the opportunity to attend the, 2013 Houston Regional Economic Outlook. Thank you, Patrick. I'm a member of one of the associations, a couple of the associations over there. And as I always say, if you don't know where the money's hiding, it's going to be really hard to go get it, which actually one of our guests is going to tell you about something that's happening on the west side of town with some great information you can use as well to know exactly where the bodies are buried, as we say on this show. Anyway, who else do we have on here? Let's see. Susan Simon, thanks once again for making it so much fun to hang out with Coach Steph as she starts her new career, or her second post-career in radio. So with that said, let's just get down to it. So I got Tandelyn Atkinson Weaver, a three-named person. She comes in from the Kingdom Builders Center over there at, it's on the south side of town. But anyway, she's going to talk about the Construction Contractors College. So if you're thinking about construction, which if you remember a few weeks ago, I announced that there's going to be $37 billion of dirt being moved around just in the ship channel alone. You might want to go grab your shovel, grab your pen and pencil, and sit by the radio till she gets on. And I have Jeannie Bollinger. If you don't know who she is, then you haven't been on the Houston West Chamber side of town in a long time. Anyway, she's over there making great things happen. She's going to talk about the Star Awards, which my background at HCC, I know we have a lot of Goldman Sachs people that have alumni that have made it through the program and received some awards. She's going to talk about the Leadership Institute that's going on over there as well. So I want you to stay tuned. There's a lot of great stuff to talk about. The phone lines are open. When Faith comes back, she's going to give you the number. So I want you to pick it up and call it. With that said, it's looking kind of sunny and hot, and I'm joking. It's freezing out here. So we'll go to break. When we come back, let's get this party started.
NEWS92FM Weekend Traffic.
In Cypress, you might want to avoid 290 Northwest Freeway inbound and outbound at between Cypress Rosehill and Bower in both directions. Freeways are shut down because of construction. It takes you 1 hour to get between Mason and 610. That's in both directions. Sam Houston Tollway, both east and westbound between South Main Highway 90 and West Airport. You got construction here. It's blocking the left lane, taking you 15 to 20 minutes to get between Fort Bend Parkway and 59 both ways. Gary Rice, News 92 FM, 24-hour traffic.
Mario Gomez here with a look at your very cold, wintry weather forecast for this weekend. Feels like winter around town. Temperatures feel like the 20s throughout much of the area. High temperatures today will set records if we get to only 38 this afternoon. And there's a possibility of light freezing rain to the north and west of the city later on tonight and early tomorrow morning. The threat is about 30% though, so we're not expecting any accumulations. That's the good news. Forecast will stay very cold through Sunday morning. Numbers start off in the mid to low 30s with highs only in the mid 40s. I'm meteorologist Mario Gomez from the KHOU 11 Weather Center.
This is the sound of a kid being bullied at school.
Where'd you get the shirt? Colorblind and things?
This is the sound of the kid telling her friend about it.
Then she makes fun of my clothes and says I'm not allowed to use the bathroom if the cool girls are in there.
Now this is the sound of that same kid telling her parents about the bully. Just because you don't hear about bullying from your child doesn't mean it's not happening.
McGruff the crime dog here with clues for parents to look for if bullying is upsetting their children. Kids may want to avoid school, or their grades may suffer. You gotta look for these signs, because kids don't usually talk about it. How do you stop bullies? With words, to your kid, to school officials, other concerned parents, and by going to McGruff.org.
So tonight, sit down with your kid, and you might hear this. But try asking her how her day went, and you might hear this.
Mom, something happened at school today.
A message from the U.S. Department of Justice, Crime Prevention Coalition of America, National Crime Prevention Council, and the Ad Council.
Did you know that teens who drink alcohol risk injury to themselves and others? Let's keep it a safe summer. Don't serve alcohol to teens. Find out more. Visit don'tserveteens.gov. That's don'tserveteens.gov. A message from the Federal Trade Commission and this station. Welcome back to the Executive Entrepreneur Hour with Jonyprofit. Remember, you can watch and listen to our show at www.eehour.com. Call 713-622-6397. Again, that's 713-622-6397 to join in. Now back to our program.
Okay, so we have 45 minutes or so, minus traffic and weather, to talk about some things that can change your life. So let me explain to you how the two of these incredible individuals ended up in front of me. As you know, we have the show called the Executive Entrepreneur Hour, and I always emphasize there's only two types of people that influence people and people that control the things that people need. So both of these folks have have great influence over a number of people. A lot of people follow their lead because they're incredible folks in the market here and in the local area and around the state. So I want you to, in your mind, to think, how can you leverage their networks? How can you bring value to their networks? They're going to share information with you, but think about what you do, how you do it, and how you can actually bring something worth talking about maybe next week on air, I don't know, to groups like this. Because, again, it's not who you know, it's who knows you and what you bring to the table for them at any given time. So with that said, Tandelyn Atkinson Weaver is here with me today, and we go way back. So this is just like a conversation at said restaurant at early morning breakfast or whatever. I can't give their names because they didn't pay.
Right. Okay.
But anyway, so how are you?
I'm fine. Thanks so much for having me on
thanks
today.
for braving the cold air. I mean, it's like glove weather now. I know. It's if you're in construction, we're used to it.
Oh.
Yeah, we're used to it. See, I was in construction. Yeah, always. My family, we built all kinds of neat stuff. So that's why when this was brought to my attention that you had this Construction Contractor College going, it's like, let's get you on the show. Let's share the information because, again, everywhere I go, economic development forecast says we're going to start building. We know this because there's no apartments, there's no hotels. We got Super Bowls coming.
Yes.
So how are we going to help them?
Wow. I hope that at least we help a handful who will come through our Construction Contractors College.
Yes.
I'm just excited. John, from the time that I first met you to today, this was an idea that came up. And I looked at, after we voted in all those billions of dollars through the bonds last November, a year ago, I looked out and I said, how can we help small construction contractors take advantage of all the billions that are coming down the pike?
Right.
And you're absolutely right. I mean, we need somebody to design some of these facilities, to coordinate the budgets, to oversee the construction, and to get out there and actually do the work.
Yeah.
Our particular program is designed to help those folks who are very skilled at their specific talent, but to put some structure around them.
So I'll back up because this is rude. This is just the country boy and me forgetting sometimes.
Okay.
Could you tell them a little bit about who you are and where you're from?
You should have asked me that first.
I just got so excited. I was like, let's get to the money. Let's get to the money.
Okay. I am the executive director at the Kingdom Builder Center, and the Kingdom Builder Center is the vision of Pastor Kirby John Caldwell, who himself is an entrepreneur and involved in economic development in Southeast Houston.
Right.
So I have the pleasure of being the executive director managing the facility there. But I also have a heart and a passion for entrepreneurs. That's how you and I met. And any type of programming, any type of things that I can do to help entrepreneurs to be better, that's what I'd like to be involved in. Hence, the CCC, the Construction Contractors College.
So I'm curious, when does it kick off? Is it already started? Or, what's going on with it?
We are right at the very beginning of this process. I will say for the past year, every other week, and I want to just do a shout out to all of the stakeholders at the table, primarily Capital One. It's been a great supporter. All of the agencies, HISD, HISD, City of Houston, the port, airport, have all been at the Metro, have all been at the table along with some private folks and some consultants. Yeah. And we've put together this particular program to address the voids and the needs in the marketplace. If there's any one thing that I would like to have said is that when these folks have finished this particular program, they are ready to bid, to win, and to thrive after having won the contract.
It's a mighty big statement.
It is a statement, and it is a big statement. So the goal is big, and that's what we're trying to achieve. So we're at the front end of that right now. We are in the beginning the application process midweek this coming week. Right. We'll get in a lot of applications, and then we will have an interview, and the ideal number would be about 20 people who will be in this class, 20 to 25 people.
Good size. Now, how do they apply?
They will apply. Right now, we're going to put the application online, and it will be under www.thekbc.com, thekbc.com, or www.kingdombuilders.com. And the application should be there by Wednesday or Thursday.
Okay.
But in the interim, may I just say that if people want to call or at least email us, I can give that information as well.
You sure can.
Okay. If you want to call, just leave your information on our voicemail. We will call you back within 24 hours during the business week, 713-726-2519, or you can email us at construction.college@thekbc.com.
And I'm pretty sure, Daniel, you get all this? Daniel's giving me the head shake. Yes, I got all that. So,
and you know, the labor statistics just came out today.
Yes.
We increased, unemployment numbers are going down, employment numbers are going up. Construction just added 17,000 new construction jobs to the economy this past month. So there is business. We just need to be prepared to get our piece of the $1 billion pie.
Yeah, we're doing it. I love being here now. Like I said before, I'm a country guy.
Yes.
And, this city hustling, bustling thing is great. I've been here a while, but it's hard to leave Houston.
Really?
It's really hard to leave Houston because when you go elsewhere and you look back, it's like you jumped off a gold-plated ship.
Wow.
That's how much is going on. And that's why, we have this shows like this so that the two of you can be on here to help people understand that are so busy sawing that they don't stop to sharpen the blade.
Yes.
Say, why are you still selling cupcakes down the street when there's 500 welders out there that need steak every night because they're cold and they're making $160,000 a year?
Right. Well, I mean, there's going to be opportunity to do, public safety. Firehouses need to be done. HISD, replacing schools, building new schools. So if you have any skills in any of these areas, libraries are going to be going up, all kind of infrastructure. So plus the dredging of the canal at the port. I mean, there are lots of opportunities.
And so here's my challenge to many of you that I see out and about before we go to break. When you're talking about, Houston First and all that other stuff, this is your chance to get up to speed on a national level. They brought in all the key people to help you learn how to do construction, how to do the bids. So there are no excuses. So with that said, we come back and we're going to talk to Jeannie about some really cool stuff happening on the west side. We'll be right back.
News 92 FM, weekend traffic.
In Cypress, watch for construction in both directions, 290 Northwest Freeway inbound and outbound between Cypress, Rose Hill, and Bower. Expect an hour drive between Mason and 610. That's in both directions. Stop-and-go traffic in Galveston, Highway 146 northbound between Main Street, Texas City, and Highway 1765. That's about a 4-minute delay. And in Missouri City, Highway 6 southbound between Murphy Road and Glen Lakes, watch for stop-and-go traffic. Gary Rice, News 92 FM, 24-hour traffic.
Mario Gomez here. So this is winter, an extended period of time for winter weather in Houston and a long time before we get a chance to shed our jackets. Good day, everybody. It looks like it's going to be a cold afternoon. Temperatures in the mid to upper 30s, but it's going to feel like the 20s for much of the day today and for much of the weekend. We start off early Sunday morning with numbers in the low 30s. There's a threat or risk of some freezing rain to the north and west from Columbus to Conroe to Lake Livingston. Highs, though, through the mid-morning and late morning, eventually getting above freezing, so the threat should be over by then. Highs only in the mid-40s for Sunday afternoon with a continued chance for some light rain or drizzle. I'm meteorologist Mario Gomez from the Key to U11 Weather Center.
My name is Ruth Rusi. I volunteer with United Way, reading to children to help prepare them for a better academic future. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer, Live United. Go to liveunited.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to the Executive Entrepreneur Hour with Jonyprofit. Remember, you can watch and listen to our show at www.eehour.com. Call 713-622-6397. Again, that's 713-622-6397 to join in. Now back to our program.
So, if you're busy making an air snowman out there here in Houston, Texas, then stop, put it down. Let's get back to it. So when we left off, I don't want to leave you with the idea that they're going to teach you how to pick up or drive a backhoe. The whole point was to teach you how to bid. Is that correct?
Yes, that is it. And if you do not have good structure around your company, we will help you to develop that. So that might mean getting your business plan together, develop your back office, get your accounting set up, then teaching you how to bid, getting access to capital, all of that so that when you're ready to go and submit a bid to a prime contractor or to the agency itself, depending on whatever the project is, you are prepared. All of those things are being looked at when you're being evaluated for being awarded.
So allow me to get this straight. You are making executives out of entrepreneurs.
giving them the opportunity to, yes.
Because the big problem with entrepreneurs, they see the vision, they have all these great ideas, but they don't have that executive ability to scale.
That's correct.
They don't have the MBA thinking behind it to say, you know what, I had a great idea. How do I take myself out of it and make a process?
That's correct.
And finally work on and not in.
That's correct.
And so I love you for that. So again, if you want to learn how to bid, you want to learn how to get it together, that's the way to go. And so we're going to move over here to Jeannie Bollinger.
Thank you.
Looking all warm. You can follow us on Ustream right now and check it out. You can see it live. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, John. I'm really glad to be here. I am Jeannie Bollinger,
Yes.
President and CEO of the Houston West Chamber of Commerce. And I'm so glad to meet Tandelyn today because there are 17 cranes in West Houston right now. So obviously, a lot of construction going on.
Yeah. If that doesn't make you excited, I don't know what does. I used to follow trucks. The more trucks I saw on the road, the more trains I saw moving, it's like, wow. But yeah, when you see the cranes up in every part of town, you know you're in a city that's growing.
Absolutely. Well, West Houston is the fastest growing area in town. They say by 2025, the population center of Houston will be at I-10 and Beltway 8.
Wow.
Pretty scary. I mean, so there is a lot going on in West Houston. I happen to represent a business organization that has about 900, and I say active paid members.
Right.
And they represent almost 50,000 employees in West Houston. So it's not a small organization.
Right. And when you go to the webpage and you pull it up and you see Schlumberger Biggest Day, you realize it's not, a lot of mom and pops. It's a wide range of organizations. That's awesome.
Well, most chambers, we're no different. 60% of our members are going to be small business owners, the entrepreneurs. 40% are going to be mid-sized to larger. But the businesses are there to network with each other, get to know each other, do business with each other. That's what's real important with that. We're an area chamber of commerce.
Gotcha.
They're all different kinds in Houston. There are about 80 chambers in Houston. So it's, there's a lot going on with the chambers of commerce.
Now, one thing I know is over time, my time with Goldman Sachs and being in the 10,000 Small Business Initiative, we'd always get the Star Awards, and we'd start nominating and nominating. We'd be so excited when a graduate won. What is the Star Awards, and when does it come up again?
Well, the Star Awards, not Star Wars,
okay.
Star Awards, is an annual business event that the Houston West Chamber of Commerce has been putting on for 16 years. So what this is about is recognizing exemplary business performance of businesses on Houston's west side. They don't have to be headquartered in West Houston, but they have to have an economic impact on West Houston. And they do not have to be a member of the chamber.
Wow, okay.
Gives me new people to meet. Right. So it's very, very important that we invite all businesses to compete. This year's a little bit different. They're going to be competing in business categories. Historically, they've competed on a size of business. This year, it's on the categories. So you could be the best bank, the best restaurant, the best retailer. So it's a little bit different this year. The other thing that we've done is we've commissioned a study by the University of Houston's Regional School of Forecasting. We'll have the first economic development study ever done on West Houston.
That's huge.
It's huge. If you try to go find information on West Houston, you've got to go to probably 20 different websites and try to piece it together.
That's right.
So this year will be the baseline study. Wow. And then each year we'll be paying for a deeper dive so you can learn more and more about what's going on in West Houston.
Now, that information will be available to...
Well, it will be presented at the Star Award event.
Okay.
So the attendees at that event will get, the first preview of it, and then we'll probably post the white paper online as well.
So where do they go for the Star Awards?
You can go two places. You can go to the-staraward.com, which is our website that we put on for this particular event, or just the Chamber's website, hwcoc.org.
Okay. Daniel, you get all that? He's shaking it in. He's like, yeah, it's going to be up here before we're done. That's for sure. Okay, so that's awesome. So the other thing I really wanted to ask about had to do with what's going on with this Leadership Institute.
Well, the West Houston Leadership Institute started almost 10 years ago, so 2014 will be our 11th year. West Houston is one of the 10 economic business centers in Houston. But unlike downtown, we don't really have a mayor. You don't quite know who's in charge. And so the Institute was about people learning to work together, finding out what's going on in the West Houston area, what's going on economically, what's going on public safety, healthcare, education, all aspects of West Houston. And so we bring the folks that live and work out there together. It's a 10-month program, kicks off with a day-and-a-half retreat. It's a half a day a month for 10 months. ends with another retreat. But when you're done, you really have built a community to care for the feeding of West Houston as we move forward. So that's what the Institute is about.
Now, who are we looking for to be in this program, and who's going to get in?
Well, right now I think we have 3 spots open right now, and we look for every facet of the community. So, you want somebody from the nonprofit, somebody from education, healthcare, and somebody in development. You want a broad spectrum of people and businesses represented, because that's how you're going to get to know your community.
Absolutely. Wow. Okay, so here's what I want to do, because I know you're waiting, David. Let's bring David in. We'll talk to him, and then we're going to... Hello, David. You're on the Executive Entrepreneur Hour with Jonyprofit and now Jeannie and Tandelyn.
Oh, hi. Hey. How you doing?
I'm doing well, and yourself? Thanks for asking.
Great. Yeah, thanks for putting me on the air. So I had heard you mention 3 things. Entrepreneurs, the importance of connecting with each other, and then talking about learning.
Yes.
And I had to call in.
All right.
We're a company called LearnGo, LRNGO, and we're one of less than a handful, maybe some would say the only, C2C website marketplaces, social sites, actually built out of Houston. It's a website where people connect to learn from each other one-to-one, meeting locally at a library or coffee shop or live on video chat from anywhere in the world. And you can exchange free knowledge with someone else. For instance, I'll teach you a half hour of English once a week if you teach me a half hour of Spanish, or I'll teach you an hour of photography if you teach me an hour of web design. And then there's also a marketplace aspect where anyone can make money teaching a skill or expertise, or pay someone to teach them if they're an expert in that. So it's kind of a laissez-faire social learning site, and we're the first in the world to do that.
Well, I'll tell you what, you're onto something big, my friend. I want you to hang on. When we come back from the break, I want you to tell us how to get a hold of you and how people out there listening could find out more. Can you wait with me? All right. Thank you. We'll be right back after these messages.
News 92 FM, weekend traffic.
Construction's big story in Cypress, 290 Northwest Freeway, both in and outbound between Bower and Cypress Rose Hill. It's shut down in both directions with construction till tomorrow. Expect about an hour delay to get between Mason and 610 in both directions. I-10 Katy Freeway outbound at Highway 99. That exit ramp is closed till tomorrow at 5 o'clock with construction. And Sam Houston Tollway, both east and westbound between South Main and West Airport, left lane closed till tomorrow. Gary Rice, News 92 FM, 24-hour traffic.
I'm meteorologist Mario Gomez with your extended weather forecast. Wintertime in Houston for the next several days. We won't break into the 50s until at least the second half of next week, so the jackets are out for much of the week coming up. Temperatures in town this afternoon only in the mid to upper 30s, overnight readings in the mid to low 30s, bringing the risk of a slight chance anyway of some freezing rain for areas north and west of the city. We're talking about Columbus, Conroe, and Lake Livingston, but through the afternoon that risk will probably vanish as temperatures warm up into the 40s. Still talking about cold, wintry weather as a secondary surge of Arctic air pushes through the Houston area Monday. We'll keep the temperatures below 50 through Wednesday with overnight lows near freezing right through the middle part of the week. Rain chances should diminish as that cold, dry air pushes through, but a chance for some light rain or drizzle can't be ruled out beginning Thursday, Friday, and even in through Saturday. Next week, we start seeing a renewed chance for some rainfall around Houston, with temperatures finally getting above the mid-50s Friday and Saturday. I'm meteorologist Mario Gomez from the KHOU 11 Weather Center.
Lawyer, doctor, teacher, pilot.
What did you want to be when you grew up?
Architect, actor, politician, writer.
What does your child want to be?
Musician, scientist, chef.
Well, if you struggle with reading, both of you have little chance of becoming any of those things. But nothing's worse than giving up on your dreams. That's why with family learning programs, parents and kids learn together, so they succeed together on things like computer and interview skills, GED preparation, and English as a second language, plus preschool education for kids. The results are amazing, but what's truly amazing is that the only thing it will cost you is your time. Family learning programs. The best way out is by coming in. Turn your life around today by calling toll-free 1-877-FAMLIT1 and be what you've always wanted to be.
Happy!
This message is brought to you by the National Center for Family Literacy and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to the Executive Entrepreneur Hour with Jonyprofit. Remember, you can watch and listen to our show at www.eehour.com. Call 713-622-6397. Again, that's 713-622-6397 to join in. Now back to our program.
All right, thank you, Faith, for that warm and awesome intro. Yeah. Okay, so David, you still there?
Yes, I am. I'm still here.
All right, so he was breaking it down to us how he's got some C2C marketing / bartering / Go ahead. Finish what you were saying.
It is. It's a marketplace. Since we launched worldwide in March, we've accumulated over 20,000 users in 200 countries, and they're doing these learning exchanges or making money, making money teaching other people the skills they have and the knowledge that they have.
Awesome. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to arrange with some folks. If you can hang on the line, they can get your information. And because I think we're going to actually have you on the show, so you can just come in here and get your own plugs in and let the people know how you do it.
Well, that would be great. I'd love to do it.
I appreciate your time and your question or your comments. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right. So back to the incredible. You got to go to Ustream. You got to go to Ustream. We don't push this out for no reason because my guests are always incredible. That's why they don't put the camera on me. Okay. The studio's just filled with incredible people.
Right now, the camera is on you.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, and the voice of Michelle Price. So, okay. So, as I mentioned before, the thing I absolutely love being around are individuals that have great influence over others because it takes a lot to get to that position. You just don't wake up one morning and say, hey, I'm going to put a picture up as seen walking by NBC and become popular, famous, or well looked after, sought after, and all that. So I really do appreciate having both of you on the show at the same time. Both of you represent a network of almost 50, 60,000 people, and I'm not even going to talk about Michelle sitting over there, because she has that many too. So, but anyway,
thank you.
It's incredible because you truly get to look in on the market. You know the pulse. You know it from so many different angles. What's going on? What people are asking for on both the supply and demand side of things. And so I was wondering, when it comes down to chambers, sometimes I give them thumbs up, sometimes I give them thumbs down. It's like with any organization. And so I know the West Chamber wouldn't be growing if it wasn't making a difference. So, Jenny, what's going on over there? Why this thing is just growing leaps and bounds other than the population's going up?
Besides the population, it's growing because the members make it grow. Really has nothing to do with what I do. It has a lot to do with how the members interact with each other. And they understand the importance of doing business with each other. One of the things that we did a couple years ago is we quit using the word referral. We don't ask you to give a referral. We ask you, if you're going to do business, then at least bring a chamber member into that mix. Give them a shot at the business. And that's changed the thinking of people because referral implies you're going to get the business. Right. But if I say just give them a shot, you'll go, yeah, I'll put them in the mix. And so that really has increased how the members do business with each other over time.
That's incredible. Mm-hmm. So Tandelyn, what happens at the ELC? Because, again, I only have to walk in on any given day, and I've been there where you've literally packed the house with 400 people. I mean, just incredible events that go on over there. What's the climate? What's going on over there?
Well, the ELC, the Entrepreneurs Learning Center, is a place where entrepreneurs come in and get some type of programming. And I like what Jeannie says, having a change of a mindset, to also encourage people to believe that they can be better, they can do better, that there are opportunities out there. It's how you view the world. It's what you think here that comes out in terms of a manifestation.
Right.
So we invite individual speakers, someone like yourself. We'd love to have you come in, John, and talk to some of our entrepreneurs.
Everybody get that? Everybody get that? It's a book date.
It's a booked date. Okay. But we also invite...
Me too.
Awesome.
So anyone who may have a level of expertise that can be shared,
right.
if that can help some business owner be better, think better, do better. That's what we'd like to have. In addition to that, our facility
talk
is
about
going,
that.
Yeah, we're excited about it. It's state of the art. It's a place where we would like to offer as an alternative for people to come in a co-sharing, co-working environment, so that just like I'm sitting here next to Jeannie, I'm like, wow, I'd like to go and see what's happening on the West Side. Yeah. And maybe there might be something that she's interested in what I have to say, and we collaborate. Yeah. So in other words, it's a collaborative environment where people who don't know each other walking in the door may actually come out with a shared mindset.
And I love that because thanks to the folks in corporate and thanks to the will of the worker to some extent, new management styles, that's how all companies are going, corporate-wise.
Yes.
And so you're right. So I've been over there many times, and I saw, and I think it's safe to say this because it was public information, the fact that you were able to house HISD training-wise, as huge as that was. So every morning the parking lot was packed, but everybody was still smiling.
That's correct. They loved it. And so if I could put a plug in for the Kingdom Builder Center, our facility is a 183,000 square foot facility that is available for venues, conferences, boardrooms that are available for professional presentations. Right. So any of those folks who are out there who might be looking for a place to host an event, we can help you with that as well. Free parking.
Free, it is, and that's one of the and it is convenient because you can get it from the Beltway or you can come straight down 610 to get to it as well. So
thank you.
I love coming out there. I love speaking out there. It's always great. So going back to the west side of Houston.
Well, our facility isn't quite as big as Kingdom Builders.
You're slowly becoming landlocked.
Right. We are. I mean, I think we're about 1,700 square foot. But one thing y'all probably don't know about the chamber is that we do over 230 events a year for our members.
Yeah.
I mean, that's huge. Yeah. We try to make sure that we do something for everyone. And we have probably 14, 18 committees. The members drive what happens.
You're right. I remember doing a breakfast talk over there. I did a social media or something over there a long time ago. And everybody was there. It was packed. They were there early. I was like, this is awesome. So with that said, we're going to run out to break real quick. We're going to check on the wonderful, wonderful weather. It's days like this that make you appreciate 70-degree weather and 0% humidity. We'll be right back.
NEWS92FM Weekend Traffic.
Main freeway shut down in Cypress and 290 Northwest Freeway, both inbound and outbound between Bower and Cypress Rose Hill. Expect about a 1 hour drive to get between Mason and 610, and that is in both directions. They won't pick it up till tomorrow. I-10 Katy Freeway outbound at Highway 99. Exit ramp is closed with construction until 5 o'clock tomorrow. And Sam Houston Tollway, both east and westbound between South Main and West Airport. Left lane closed with construction. It's about a 15-minute delay in both directions. Gary Rice, News 92 FM, 24-hour traffic.
I'm meteorologist Mario Gomez. Have your jackets ready for the extended period right through the weekend, possibly into next week. The jackets are out across all of southeast Texas as you get your Christmas shopping done later on today. We're starting off with some very cold temperatures this afternoon. Highs will only be in the mid to upper 30s. Fortunately, no major threats of any freezing rain this afternoon as the readings are too warm. But tonight and tomorrow morning, the threat is real. We could see a little bit of freezing rain from Columbus to Conroe to Lake Livingston as temperatures stay right around freezing for those areas to the north and west of the city. Other than that, it looks like it's going to be a cold night. Temperatures down to about 33 or 34 in Houston early Sunday morning. Highs back up into the mid-40s. I'm meteorologist Mario Gomez from the KHOU 11 Weather Center.
I'm Jorge Vargas for Xfinity from Comcast. Do you ever feel like you're shelling out more money and getting less in return? I know I do. Well, with Xfinity Triple Play from Comcast, you will find out real quick getting more doesn't have to cost you more. Switch to the Xfinity Triple Play from Comcast for $99 a month for 12 months and add a DVR for just $10 a month, and you will feel like you just got a raise, my friend, because now you have voice, an internet connection that's on blast, and the best HD television experience on the planet. Xfinity on-demand television is just that. TV when you want it. Your favorite shows available on your schedule. The Xfinity Triple Play is risk-free. There's no term contract required and no early termination fee. Call 1-800-XFINITY today. Offer ends January 5th, 2014. Restrictions apply. New residential customers only. After promo, regular rates apply. Equipment, taxes, and fees, including broadcast TV fee and other recovery fees, extra.
pick you up after school. Okay, I got it.
It's easy to take a day for granted. You and your family are connected by routine, and you stick to it. But what if a disaster strikes without warning? What if life as you know it has completely turned on its head? What if your day's routine is disrupted and you can't reach your family? Have you planned for that? Before a disaster turns your family's world upside down, it's up to you to be ready. Get a kit, make a plan, be informed today. Learn how at www.ready.gov. Ready.gov. This message brought to you by the Federal Emergency Management Agency and the Ad Council.
I'm John Walsh. I'm Ed Smart. When a child is abducted, time is critical. That's why Amber Alert is so important. The public is notified when a child is abducted. It's a partnership between broadcasters, law enforcement, transportation, and you.
Welcome back to the Executive Entrepreneur Hour with Jonyprofit. Remember,
Go home with
you
your
can watch
family.
and listen to our show at www.eehour.com. Call 713-622-6397. Again, that's 713-622-6397 to join in. Now back to our program.
Just a reminder that if you missed last week when we had Ayanna Mack on here and we were just acting up and I sat on a GoPet the whole time, you can find them at mygopet.com. Yeah. That was an interesting show. We just actually got it posted up today to YouTube, so you need to go check that out. But I do want to make sure that you know where to go and what to do in order to get involved with the STAR Awards and the Construction College thingy.
Contractors
Thank
College.
you. That's right.
It's
that's
okay.
That's why everybody has a mic here, people.
Yeah.
Okay, so one more time. How do they get and when and what and where?
All right. Ours is called the Construction Contractors College.
You heard it live.
Preparing small contractors to bid, to win, and to thrive. Okay, and so a way that until we're getting ready to put the applications online, you may contact us for questions at construction.college@thekbc.com or call us at 713-726-2519, and we will return your call within 24 hours during the weekdays.
Okay, I'm looking forward to it.
Applications will be online hopefully by midweek, Wednesday, Thursday, at thekingdombuilders.com or at thekbc.com.
So even if you know how to, push a lawnmower, we can tie it into construction. And
That's
there's a bid
correct.
out there for it.
That's
so.
correct. That's exactly right. Please do not feel that you cannot apply.
Yeah.
Apply and let's see what happens.
Okay. Jeannie, what's happening?
Well, with the STAR Awards,
Yes.
if you would like to make application because you think your business is the best of the best in West Houston, just go to the-star, STAR, awards.com or the Houston West Chamber of Commerce website at hwcoc.org. Or call me, 713-785-4922. I also answer the phones at the chamber office.
Busy.
Very busy.
Impressive.
So Michelle had made an interesting statement earlier while we were on break, and I want you to share that with them.
Well, one of the things I find is really helpful, even on Breakthrough Radio, is whenever our guests have an opportunity to give us a story, share with us a story, a real example of what someone's been able to accomplish. So, Jeannie, tell us about how has one of the businesses inside of the chamber really leveraged it so that it's generating revenue, not so they're just showing up, shaking hands.
Well, one in particular is a woman. Her name is Sarah Kane, and she owns a company called Sarah's Florist. And I've been with the chamber almost 11 years now. And Sarah came to my office probably within the first month I was there. And she said, I'm not getting any business from the chamber. And I said, well, you have flowers. Why don't you give me flowers to give away at all my events? And I got to say your name out loud. And so it kind of started like that. So every time we do anything, you can count on Sarah to give flowers away. Well, over time, she calls me, it's been probably 7 years ago, and she says, you won't believe what a great Mother's Day we're having. She said, we had to bring in a semi because we have so many orders through the chamber. She said that, and she said the orders weren't small. She said there were $300, $400, $500 orders. Her business just took off exponentially because what she did through the chamber. She's a very, very generous woman, extremely generous. But she learned how to work with the chamber folk to make it happen. She gave, and they gave. And we really believe in that. You know, you got to give to get.
That's right.
And she's one of those people.
Wow. Okay, so do you like that, Michelle?
I do. I'm sitting here thinking, what should I get Mother for Mother's Day?
Right.
Yeah, I like to plan ahead.
Yeah.
What the heck.
And so, not even to put you on the spot, because sometimes, whether it's for confidentiality or just, you want to check with them first. Tandelyn, did you have a story? Because I can think of a lot of them, me being one of them, but go ahead.
Oh, well, I'd like to hear your story.
Yeah, so here's my story with the ELC. And seriously.
The Entrepreneurs Learning Center.
Yes, the Entrepreneurs Learning Center. So I was the guy that used to walk around and take pictures and stuff. Most people know me as the picture guy. That was my Batman cape, or that was my Superman glasses. So like, hey, you're the picture guy. You're the picture guy. I'm like, yeah, I'm the picture guy. And so long story short, over time, I ended up getting more and more involved. And so I know kind of the back office, the back working of them. So there was quite a few events that we've had at the ELC. One being the social media deal will Pastor opened for me. So I got this cool picture where he's standing there and my name is behind him. Ta-da! That was just as instrumental as me taking on positions with Goldman or showing up to the awards and things like that, because people recognize, as I always say, I'm very excited when people who have unlimited options choose me, because that says a lot about you. And, and that's why I said I'm always happy to be in the presence of either one of you. But it's been very successful. Even though you don't know it, I'm always in and out because I was at the Northwest campus of HCC. So I'm constantly involved with the agency, and it is. I know a lot of people who have traveled that direction, joined with a lot of passion. So I know many of your members are extremely passionate and very serious about helping each other. So, I mean, it works. As I always say, you get what you give, but just don't expect to get. Just go to give, but give to people that are actually trying to give to others.
Well, I can say this about you, John.
Uh-oh.
I'll tell only part of the truth.
Okay, good thing that break's coming.
No, the truth is you're an excellent, excellent, excellent presenter.
Thank you.
And when you present for some of the topics at the KBC, place is packed out, ears are open, folks are totally engaged, and they just come out of your presentations just, excited, energized. You always give them something to think about.
Now
I don't know if that's good
blushing.
or bad.
I look horrible in pink. Okay, so with that said, I appreciate it. We're going to run out here and check on the traffic and weather one more time. Then we come back. We're going to close out with some see you laters and come back next week's. So, okay. So anyway, we're going to keep talking and then we're going to come back. So I do want to say this before we leave. Michelle, thanks for coming out. I really appreciate what you're doing. I love you on radio because you got your own show. And people love you as well. Daniel, this guy's just typing away. If you could see the sweat pouring off his head, and it's like 48 degrees outside.
He gets so intense when
he
he's
does.
typing.
I love it. That's how you know he's talking
like
out there.
Smoke's coming out his ear.
Absolutely. And so, like I said, Jesse's over here making it possible for you to follow us. Just check us out on Ustream. So, with that said, now we're going to roll out with the music.
News 92 FM Weekend Traffic.
We are accident-free but not construction-free in Cypress, 290 Northwest Freeway, both inbound and outbound between Cypress, Rose Hill, and Bower. All the main lanes are closed till tomorrow. You can expect about an hour drive to get between Mason and 610 in both directions. I-10 Katy Freeway outbound and Highway 99 to Grand Parkway. That exit ramp is closed because of construction. And Sam Houston Tollway, both east and westbound between South Main and West Airport. Left lane taken away. 15-minute delay in both directions. Gary Rice, News 92 FM, 24-hour traffic.
Mario Gomez here with a look at your very cold, wintry weather forecast for this weekend. Feels like winter around town. Temperatures feel like the 20s throughout much of the area. High temperatures today will set records if we get to only 38 this afternoon. And there's a possibility of light freezing rain to the north and west of the city later on tonight and early tomorrow morning. The threat is about 30% though, so we're not expecting any accumulations. That's the good news. Forecast will stay very cold through Sunday morning. Numbers start off in the mid to low 30s with highs only in the mid 40s. I'm meteorologist Mario Gomez from the KHOU 11 Weather Center.
Saving energy saves you money. Whether you switch to Energy Star light bulbs, install Energy Star appliances, or add extra insulation, learn more at EnergySavers.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Energy and the Ad Council.
Let me drive.
How do you know when it's time to give up the keys? When your dog grabs your keys from your lap and your lap is on the floor. Yep, it's Jeff Foxworthy for Ad saying, when you party, be sure to designate before you celebrate.
If you want to make it home alive, let me drive.
A public service announcement brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation, RAD, the National Association of Broadcasters, and the Ad Council.
Please don't drink and drive. It's not fun.
Most teens who drink alcohol get it from family and friends, but providing alcohol to teens is unsafe, illegal, and irresponsible. Find out more. Visit don'tserveteens.gov. That's don'tserveteens.gov. A message from the Federal Trade Commission and this station. Welcome back to the Executive Entrepreneur Hour with Jonyprofit. Remember, you can watch and listen to our show at www.eehour.com. Call 713-622-6397. Again, that's 713-622-6397 to join in. Now back to our program.
All right, welcome back. So if you follow any kind of sports, then you know this is the last 1 mile of a 26.2 or the last 100 meters of a 400-meter relay. Or if you chase kids, it's 20 minutes before they go to bed. So with that said, I want to emphasize something that I remember, because there's a 10-month commitment to the leadership side of things with the Institute, but there's also a 9-month commitment for the college, right?
That is correct. Our program, because we really want those folks who are committed, it's going to be 9 months, 18 classes, 3 hours per class every other week. So 6 hours a month is all that we're asking, but they will be the best 6 hours that you spend for the development of your business and the success of your business.
Got it. So I want to just go back and once again, last couple minutes, just tell us how to get a hold of you. Jeannie, you can go first. Tell us how to get a hold of you to make sure that they know if they're just
Houston West Chamber of Commerce, hwcoc.org, 713-785-4922.
Okay.
All right. And again, this is the Construction Contractors College. You can, at this moment, email us, and we can email you back with the exact information at construction.college@thekbc.com, or call us, and we will return your call within 24 hours during business days, 713-726-2519. After the application goes up midweek, you can then go to our website, Kingdom Builders with an S on the end.com or thekbc.com.
Are there financial commitments to either one of them, any of the programs or deals that you mentioned?
Well, the West Houston Leadership Institute, it is a 10-month program. It is $1,800 for chamber members and $2,000 if you're not. Excellent. Another reason to join a Houston West Chamber of Commerce.
Yep. Save a little, but gain a lot.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Ours has no fee associated with it, but only 20 people will be selected. Right. So the cost is being the best that you can be relative to all of the other folks who are there. So we're making this affordable.
Okay. Michelle, you got anything to add for this week? You got going on, doing anything you want to talk about?
Yeah, we're going to talk about, has your leadership taken hundreds of excruciating gut punches this Monday?
I'll do the sound effects, Joe. Yeah.
I'm really excited. We're going to have Bob Rosen on Breakthrough Radio on Monday at 11 o'clock, and I do believe Daniel is sending out the link so people can look for that.
Cool. Check it out on EEHOUR.com to find out how to get to Breakthrough Radio. Mm-hmm. Or is it breakthroughradio.com?
No, they can follow the hashtag BBS Radio.
Excellent. So with that said, here's what's going to happen with me this week. It is my birthday week. It's December 10th coming up. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to do an executive entrepreneur language leadership course. I think it's where I do the power privilege deal. I think we're going to do that like all week long. I'm trying to decide whether I'm going to use this birthday to give back, because as a kid, I was always either wrestling, which means I was starving myself to death, or I was in some type of sporting event. So my birthday really was always work for me, so why change now, you know? But with that said, I want to thank both of you for being on with us today. I mean, it was a pleasure. You know, I'm going to come visit you. It's awesome. So let me do my rounds real quick. Daniel, thank you. You want to talk to the mic? Is his mic hot? I like for his voice to be on air. That way Google can catch it and YouTube, and they can. Can we bring up Daniel real quick? And Jesse never gets to talk. I want Jesse to talk because we got like a minute. You know you want to talk. You're always looking at Daniel like, where's my brother? I always get to talk and I don't get to talk. I make this all visually possible.
Hi, Daniel. Your mic's on.
Am I on?
Okay, they're on.
Yeah,
they're on,
guys.
guys. You guys want to say hi real quick?
Hello, everybody.
So if you're watching, this is like the behind the scenes folks that make it possible when we have like 5 minutes of transition, production crew wise. And like I said, Joel's in there. He makes it happen. Shay, hey, Stephanie D, Mackenzie, Coach Steph is on radio tomorrow at 4. You can listen to her. You can check it out. 4, yeah, that's right. 4 o'clock. She's going to be talking about love and relationship. Hey, your mic is up. Go ahead. She's not going to take
Thanks,
the mic.
Jonyprofit. I'll be on at 4 p.m. on another station that you're not broadcasting from right now.
It doesn't matter. We're all family in the terrestrial world. It doesn't matter. So anyway, with that said, like I said, Joel's going to take us out of here, not with Blind Melon this week. Do you have music for us this week? I don't know. But anyway, hey, go to EEHOUR.com. You can follow us at that hashtag or anything like that. You can watch the show. We should have shows from you'll also check us out on SoundCloud as well. And again, I want to thank Tandelyn and Jeannie for being here with me. I want to thank their PR people for also making this happen.
Thank you. Tell everybody to follow you on Twitter, dude. You never say that.
I don't. It's just okay. Follow me on Twitter at hashtag. Do I say hashtag? How do I say
just
that? Follow me on Twitter
EEHOUR.
at EEHOUR.
EEHOUR.
Yeah.
Follow
Twitter
John at
funny.
EEHOUR.
You know, because I'm so used to doing the Jonyprofit thing that now it's a team of EEHOUR people that I always forget to do it. Yeah,
Awesome.
Because one day there's going to be a new host sitting here, I hope so, and it's going to be the Executive Entrepreneur Hour with somebody not Jonyprofit.
Prosperity Gala is going to teach you something sooner or later.
Bring it on, sister. All right, we'll see you next week. Have a wonderful and incredible week.
Thank you.
All right.
Let's go shopping.
KROI Seabrook, Houston. News 92 FM. News 92 FM. Weekend traffic.